morning. Welcome back to the workshop. It's been a busy one today, running around here left, right and centre doing different bits, but we're here. Tonight we're going to have a couple of earworms. We have got at the moment Wayne the Woodturner, the Wood Jedi himself, master of all knowledge.
Good morning.
Is it morning in Scotland? Have we separated the timeline now?
Yeah, we are.
So Wayne's going to be looking after you. Dale should be popping in. I think he's just getting some dinner. Tonight we're going to be turning a piece of a Papua New Guinea rosewood. I've got a little video to show you in a minute that I've put together. So this piece of wood was kindly given to me. Well, a van full was given to myself and Keith. On the understanding that
you want to show me in the background, Scott?
Yeah. On the understanding that we use it for our fundraising and good causes, and we share it out. We don't sell it. It's not for making profit off, because it is on the CITES register, so it now can't be sold. So let's show you a little video of where this piece of wood come from. These guys back in the background. Evening, Dale.
Good evening, Josh. How's it going?
Not bad. Right. Let's hide them away. So, as you can see, the tree was felled naturally. It was struck by lightning in 2001. It was cut up all and planked with chainsaws. And then when the gentleman left Papua New Guinea, he loaded it all into a container and shipped it home. So Keith and I went down there the other week, pushed it all uphill into the van, and here we go. So I've put it on the lathe already. I've put some rough shape to it. No, it isn't. That one's laid down. I've had to jiggle my cameras about. So I've put rough shape. This isn't the shape it's going to be. As you can see, it is full of bark inclusions. So it should be an interesting piece to turn tonight. Why I'm going to start turning that, these guys can let us know who's in.
I think me and Wayne will have a discussion about that. Wayne, I don't think we should. I think we should keep him in suspense. I don't think we should tell him at all. Right, what do you think?
Don't.
Yeah. Actually, nobody's turned up to watch this apart from me and Dale.
Yeah, and I'm not really here either.
I am going to wear my eye protection tonight. Obviously, there's bits of bark. Turning it on, one bit's already flown out. So, safety.
I have a question.
Yes, mate.
So, don't you normally wear glasses? Isn't that sort of eye protection?
It is, but I've got safety glasses over the top of me. Glasses tonight.
You get extra glasses on top of your glasses.
Yeah.
Right.
Get some prescription safety glasses.
I'm gonna read out who's in the chat then, shall I?
That sounds like a plan.
Right. Okay. So Andy H is for turning isn't here. Succular Keith by Wood isn't here. Dave's Creative Metalwork isn't here. Douglas Mungan definitely isn't here. Duncan the Curly Turner is merely a figment of our imagination. Gerard the French Turner has left the building. IDR Woodturning wasn't here ever, so he said. Joe Senior vaguely sauntered through the bin, but she's not here either. John S. Carson isn't here. Making a Better Life isn't here. Peter Corrigan isn't here. Robert Dolan isn't here. The Bluelight Turner isn't here. Hold on a minute.
Hang on, that's a bit difficult.
Webfoot Resin and Wood Creations isn't here. Wavy Woodshed isn't here. Wood Wizard by Colin isn't here. Barry isn't here. Dewey 60 isn't here. You know, and anyone else that magically came in isn't here either.
Marvelous.
Good evening, Figments.
So this piece of wood started off, it was 11.5 by 4. But it's not overly heavy piece of wood, which is why I'm able to turn it on this lathe. So I'm just going to use pull cuts at the moment just to get the shaping.
And can I just say that Lindsay Gardner isn't hiding in the background either? Brian has just come in. Good evening, Brian.
Hiya, Brian.
Jennifer's here as well. Did you mention Jennifer?
No, I never saw her at all. Same with this
She's a
Brian
real
chat
Jennifer.
before she speak.
Charlie Taylor's just come in.
Now, because of the colouring in this wood and the features that it's got, I'm aiming for a fruit bowl for a dining table. But this won't be going on my dining table. This piece is going to be given away in 2 weeks' time on my next live for my 500 subscriber giveaway. Slowly rebuilding the channel, and I've now hit 520 subscribers, so thank you to everyone that's subscribed.
Barry Chetty's not here. There are 38 figments of your imagination apparently not watching this show. So there's a message come through from somebody. I think it's the ghost that is Douglas Mungham. Says, Dale, is it my imagination or am I looking at a blank screen? It's definitely your imagination. I have another question.
Go on, then.
Why do you have that huge spanner on the wall directly behind the lathe?
These two,
Yes.
they're for getting the chucks off.
Oh. So if I play that back to you, to get your chucks off, you need two spanners.
Yeah. A 36 and a 32.
There isn't a Frenchman called Barry from Real Simple Things in the chat.
Ah, bonjour.
No,
baby.
he's not here either.
And neither is Robert Dolman. Before he left, Douglas Mungham said he, it must be the LSD from the 60s. Circular Keith by Wood didn't say he's got big nuts. Charlie Taylor isn't here either.
Good evening, everyone.
For all those people that aren't here,
That isn't here.
if you like what Scott's doing, please hit the thumbs up, the like button, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and give that notification bell a bit of a ding dong. If you like what Scott's doing, and this is just a bit of a possible sort of scenario. If you like what Scott's doing, buy the man a coffee. He actually runs on coffee. Most of his eat food, Scott just gets coffee fed intravenously. You know, I mean, he told me once that he was really good at doing a cannula. Now I know why.
Benjamin's in.
Benjamin's
Are you
not
Ben?
there. Never saw Ben.
He's not there. That's champion though.
I think that bit's going to come out, so I'm going to take that out before that flies and hits me. Where's my little spiky thing?
Oh.
So this could be a fruit
Charlie-
bowl with holes in.
Right, Charlie's asking what make a scraper are you using?
It is a Hamlet. It's my big boy, is what I call it. I bought it second-hand for the hell of it because it was massive. The one I had before, you can see from the spanners, I like big things. So yeah, but I love it.
Steve Scott hasn't come in.
Not here. No, he's not here at all, is he?
No.
Not seen him. You don't have 36 people watching, Scott.
Colin is saying that he likes the shape. I don't know if that's about the bowl or the scraper.
Could be about Scott. Could be Scott he's talking about. He needs to qualify.
Yeah.
No, that'll never happen.
I'm quite round.
You know? I've had the the odd day of any spare minute I've got looking at ride-on lawnmowers.
Have you found one yet?
Still.
Well, see, it's much more complicated subject than meets the eye. Terry Hooper isn't here. He says, sorry, it's buffing time, and time again. We'll have to catch up on YouTube tomorrow. I think it's buffering time. Sorry.
Cheers,
sorry,
Terry. Terry's a fellow club member.
Peter Corrigan isn't here.
Now, because of the size of that, I want to make that foot bigger.
AWGB will be having words with you about safety in the workshop.
You want to make the foot bigger?
Do you reckon that's big enough, Wayne? I'm looking at it going, I don't know.
No, that's about a third of the overall diameter. That is.
Yeah, it's about a third.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Cool. We'll stick with that then. So a little bit more shape in there, and then we'll go on to sanding. Now, when I sand this, I will be wearing a mask. I've never turned this wood before, as I said. I don't know what it's going to do to my lungs. So I'll have all the extraction.
Chris the Spinning Wood Dodger isn't he with the rest of the folk that aren't?
Phil Buller isn't here either. He hasn't asked what's occurred.
What's occurred? The fruit bowl isn't happening tonight, Phil. We're not turning the fruit bowl.
Di isn't asking, have you looked at the green machine yet? And Brian at Hartwood said it's not Dale. This is about the subject about ride-on lawnmowers. It's like I'm feeling transitioning from something to something. No, it is. It's much more complicated than it is. You know, all sorts of things to be taken into account, and color isn't one of them.
Are you sure?
I mean, I've got a brilliant suggestion though. Rather than looking at ride-on lawnmowers, why not just get rid of the lawn?
It's 6 coming up for 7 acres though.
Well, just get a flock of sheep, Dale.
I am not getting a sheep I'm not getting a sheep. I mean, jokes aside, you know, I mean, it's like it's another creature I have to worry about. You know.
Well, you have to worry in case Terry comes up.
I wouldn't possibly have said that kind of thing, but no, the real thing was about the well-being of the creature and the whole kind of thing. If you excuse the pun,
right.
You know.
Phil has said it's nice to see everybody. He must be on something different because I can't see anybody apart from Scott. But
I can't even see Scott.
But Phil is a totally different person when it comes to that.
Oh,
Phil's got magical powers. He has.
He does.
Definitely.
Who's that?
So Paul,
Paul Coventer didn't come in either.
neither did Paul Scarborough. Look, I know a rhyme. Gerard the French Turner didn't say, "Dale, get sheep, then you can have your own lamb." So, like, I know a nursery rhyme about that. Mary had a little lamb. The doctors were astounded, and everywhere that Mary went, gynecologists surrounded.
So, with you moving to Scotland, I said to the missus the other day, that, you know, have we thought about moving to the country or somewhere like that? And she went, oh yes, Seb, we can have 2 sheeps, 2 goats, 2 donkeys. And I went, why do you want 2 everything? She said, there'll be pets. I went, no, there won't, there'll be dinner. She says, how are you going to say to the grandkids that you're eating Barney? Easy. Right, let's find a mask.
Paul Kavanagh definitely didn't say. Yeah, he's certainly not prepping for a colonoscopy tomorrow.
Oh, well. Oh, Mark Stroughton's here. Or not here. In fact, he probably isn't. He is probably at work.
Douglas Mungham didn't say, Dale, have you taken the good pills today? Benjamin didn't ask. I wonder how much it would cost to just astroturf those 7 acres. Can't be more than 220 quid.
Yeah. I bet it is slightly more. Right.
Gerard the French Turner didn't say, leg of lamb, lamb stew, lamb cutlet, lamb heart, liver, kidneys. What a feast you could have.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then they're not cutting the grass.
If you need a hand, Dale, I know how to butcher a lamb. I know how to butcher a pig. I know how to butcher a deer. It's basically the same thing.
How good your eyesight? I don't want you keep mistaking the Clive for a sheep. Phil Butler didn't say, the boy stood on the burning bridge, his lips were all a quiver. He gave a cough, his legs fell off and floated down the river. Paul Kavanagh must be sending this from somewhere else. He says, one fine day in the middle of the night, 2 dead men got up to fight.
I can't remember the rest of that. There is more of that one.
One fine day in the middle of the night, and with their swords they shot each other.
Yeah.
A saying my granddad used to say all the time when I was a kid.
Gerard the French Turner didn't say, Dale, I can come over and do it for you and cook it also. Oh, there's a listen.
Gerard, we could do a double up on that one.
Well, you've got to remember, my wife is much talented when it comes to the old Asian cuisine. What is it being her sort of, normal cuisine? That went kind of wrong. Anyway, Douglas Mungham didn't say, Dale, if there's a farmer around, ask if they want the grass. No. Put it all down. Put it in a pile. Let it rot down and use it as compost.
No, Tony Smith isn't here either.
Tony Smith isn't here. So he isn't.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
It's a new name.
49 people aren't watching, and Lawrence Begida didn't just come in.
No, Lawrence isn't here either. It's terrible the amount of... No, I haven't seen James in a while. It's really annoying the amount of people that haven't turned up tonight.
It's because I had such a good turnout last night, mate. That's what it is. I had the club email me today to say it was the most people they've had in one of their demos.
Yeah, but they only went in for a laugh.
Yeah. It better be more next month because they got Colwyn Way.
GD Woodworks isn't here.
Oh, Gerald the French Turner said, Dale, I get a pit bolt, then we can put a pig or a sheep on it and a nice barbecue. Ah, so there is I understand we're looking for a fire pit.
Yeah. Right, who's Clive annoying now?
Probably everyone. He's one in the house. Either that or he's winding up Andy. Oh. GD Woodworks didn't come in.
Have I got a smaller arbor?
I'm glad you
That's
finished.
what she said.
Hey, all this abuse I get off you guys. I
It's
love
your
it, really.
fault. It's your fault. You invited us in. What were you actually expecting when you put me and Wayne in the chat with you? And how was that going to go down? The only way this gets better or worse, depending which way you look at it, is if JP was here.
Send him the link.
Oh, I don't know where he is.
So Ben said he's guessing Gerard isn't a vegetarian. No, well, I'm not sure if he is or not, but I know he's a chef.
So I'm going to gently say this one. So like, I'm a great believer in a good organic diet for all of the creatures I eat.
And
John
Phil is,
Scarborough, he's not in again.
yeah, and Phil is, Phil hasn't turned around and said, "Does my arbor look big in this?"
Well, hey, you don't have 51 people watching. Folks, if you like what Scott's doing, even though you're not here, if you like what Scott's doing, remember, hit that like button. And if you're not already, hit the subscribe and give that notification bell a ring. Scott does, in fact, operate entirely on coffee. So to make sure that he can function completely, please consider buying the man a coffee. He gets it intravenously, Douglas Mungan didn't say, Dale, something nice haggis would be able to be made. You don't make haggis, Douglas, who isn't here. You capture them. Probably set
You
up
catch
traps
them.
in that way.
Luckily enough, on with the way Dale's moving to, he has got a couple of hills around him, so he could catch both male and female haggis.
Put two traps pointing.
Do the males only like the hills then?
No. You see, when it comes to haggis, the male has the right leg shorter than the left leg to run around the hill, and the females have the left leg shorter than the right leg to run the opposite way around the hill. That's how they meet up and mate.
So is it a bit like Groundhog Day then, catching a haggis?
No, it's nothing like Groundhog Day. In fact, who was it? Forgetting his first name. Fernley Whittingstall. Hugh Fernley Whittingstall, on one of his TV programmes, was up around this area, around the Dumfries area, and he went haggis hunting with one of the local butchers. That's on TV, that is, by the way.
Yeah, it's on telly. Must be real. Graham Husband, who isn't in, didn't say, why do you use arbors and a drill to sand instead of by hand, please?
Because it's easier to sand with doing power sanding, and it doesn't leave as many sanding marks. In fact, if it's done properly, it doesn't leave any sanding marks.
You just get, if you don't use an arbor, you can end up with radial lines. I did a piece last night, and I sanded it by hand. I'd gone right up to 320. Then I used Yorkshire grit, and it sat in the workshop, and I looked at it earlier on and I went, there's sanding lines in that, don't like it.
Right. So Graham Hudspeth has said, sorry, I've already seen that one. Gerard, the French turner, has asked, do you know the best way to kill a haggis? What you do, Gerard, is that you wait until the mating season, until they run the opposite way around the hill, and then meet up to mate, and then you kill them both. That way you get two for the price of one.
Jappy Makes isn't in, and John Scarborough didn't ask this question. If you catch a baby haggis, do you have to put it back?
It depends on the size.
Phil Butler didn't ask. Jared the French Turner, Wayne, do you know the best way to kill a haggis? Drown it in single malt?
Oh no, there's a plan.
Colours in that.
Woodworm Paul isn't in.
A little bit of tear out there. I wonder if I can get that.
Douglas is asking me, do I know the name of the mountain near Pitlochry? No, I don't. Paul Smith isn't here either. That's Woodworm Paul. He hasn't come in to say hello.
I'm not sure if we didn't see Lawrence Begida, but if we didn't see Lawrence Begida, hello to Lawrence Begida who isn't here.
So I've just got one bit of tear out I want to get. The grain in this piece goes all over the place as well. Spindle lock.
Oh, hang on. Ben Jamin is coming up with a bit of controversy here. You can take your haggis, black pudding, cabbage, and any other monstrosities and put them in the outside bin.
Gasp! Shock horror.
My legs, Ben. I think I'm about to start going off, Ben. To tell you the truth, I thought he was mint at one point.
Can I tell you what I had for lunch? So I had lawn sausage, bacon, cheese, and a sandwich.
Yes.
With just a hint, just a tiny hint of spicy sauce. I can honestly see.
So Yappy is asking, what is tatty scones are absolutely brilliant. What you do for tatty scones is you get a whole load of mashed potato. You get some flour. You mix it all together until it goes into a bit of a pastry type thing. You roll it out very thin and you fry it.
One of the girls at work's gone home to Scotland to see her family, and I said about bringing back some long sausage. And she said she can't because she's flying, but she'll bring me back some tatty scones.
So Yappy is asking, what is haggis?
Well, haggis is a small creature that lives in the hills of Scotland.
Doopy. Don't want.
Depending on which species, some species are plain, some species are quite furry, and other species are come in several different shades of what I think, depending where you are in the world, it's either tartan or plaid sort of coats. Or is it plaid? Plaid.
Does anyone know what the group name for haggis is? Because I just found this out the other day.
Haggai.
No, the group name for haggis is a neep. It's a neep of haggis.
That works for me. I can see why that would be the case.
that is going to lose everybody, that is.
Yeah, I can see it, but that works for me. I get that.
Right, there we go. That's down at 240. So we'll get the methylated spirits.
Are you going to grit this?
Hang on. There's no time for drinking, Scott. You're doing some turning.
No, if you've done one of Martin's courses, Martin swears by cleaning your work down with meths. And since doing it at Hampshire Sheen HQ, I do it on all my pieces now.
Peter Corcoran has said his ex-wife is Scottish, and when he asked her about square sausage, she said, "So it fits in the slice of bread." Of course.
But it's in a plain loaf, not in a pan loaf.
It's a plain loaf. It's not a pan loaf. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. There's more confusion for the world. I've never seen a plain loaf down here ever.
And the other thing about lawn sausage, which is the sliced sausage, is that it's a beef sausage. It's not a pork sausage.
Proper sausage. Yes, lovely.
So Yabby's asking, how do you get a square sausage? Well, what you do is you mince up the beef, mix it up with some spices, and you form it into a long oblong, and then cut it into squares.
Have you ever wondered how you get triangles from a cow? You need buttermilk and cheese and an equilateral chainsaw.
Right, David from Webfoot is saying, Scott, congratulations on the 500 subs. He's got to get back to work. He is 20 away from 100. So if anybody wants to pop across to Webfoot Resin and Wood Creations, my internet's too slow.
And I'm drinking booze.
All right.
Andy H. for Turning has said, the collective noun for haggis is an awful lot of haggis. So Dyer said he's asking for a battered white pudding.
Ain't white pudding Irish, though? Not Scottish.
No, it's not Irish at all. It's English.
Young Sneak from Sneak's Wall Art's in. You know,
Hiya,
he's gone.
Clive.
No, he's back. No, he's gone.
Good evening.
He's not here along with everybody else. Can I
Graham Hudspeth is asking. Hang on. Graham Hudspeth is asking, is that normal bog standard mess? Yes, it is.
Yep.
He likes it with a hint of lemon, though. Yeah, Graham.
Right.
Just
you asked, are we going to grit this? The question is, if we've got enough, but we'll give it a go. Let's pop out the grit saver.
So,
Shug's in. Evening, Shug.
Hey!
Folks, on the May 29th of this month, we'll be running the.
You think I'm getting low, mate?
Right. I think it's the 6th. The 6th Virtual Crafty.
I think. Well, is it?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. You know, doesn't matter.
Anyway,
don't matter.
Doesn't matter. We're running it again. It's on May 29th. I've just posted the link in the chat. On that day, we have JP Woodwork. We have Nick the Flaming Turner. We have Scott the Bluelight Tumbler. We have Dale from Maple Tree Studios. Alice Hack Shack. Heidi at Whitehall Pottery. The one and only Stuart Farini. Pam from Island Boxes. Cammy's Garage. The Wood Jedi himself. Wayne the Woodturner. We have Art of Fire. Franco, Andy, and Chris. Daryl from Dreadnought Woodshops. The amazing Jake Thompson. And the one and only Carl Jacobson closing out the show. Check it out on May 29th. Starts at 10 a.m. UK time, and the link we posted in the chat takes you straight to the rolling playlist for the day. Just settle back and watch some crazy people do crazy things.
And Lawrence has just said, tomorrow we are going to roast a whole pork for 120 people. It'll take about 10 hours for cooking. Nice one, Lawrence.
Lawrence, where are you? I'm skipping work. Nothing like a hog roast.
That's not like it.
Well, skipping work. Mate, I've got an easy 3 days coming up. All the paramedics I'm with aren't allowed to drive ambulances yet. Whoop, whoop. So, I get to be a chauffeur. They get to talk to the great British public.
You're at 8:05, Scott.
Okie dokes.
Looks like Peter Corcoran's going to miss the virtual crafty because he booked that day at the museum.
You can't be all day at the museum. You can always catch some of the folks in the evening, young Peter.
Oh, right.
Yeah, me. Because I'm on at 8 o'clock. My usual live time for an evening live. Hang on, Jamie's just sent us a message.
So we sanded up to 240, sanding sealer, a Yorkshire grit, which will take it up to the equivalent of 1,000 grit. Should work this in for roughly 3 minutes. Just how long it takes to boil an egg. Now, I probably won't get the tenon turned off tonight. I'm conscious of time because obviously Richard's got his invade at 9 o'clock. We'll go as far as we can.
Evening, Clive.
Put that shower curtain in front of the paper rack.
And Mark has just said, oh, good, he's off on the 29th. He's going to have a busy day doing nothing.
Awesome.
If all goes to plan, I'm turning an elephant on my little lathe.
If all goes to plan, if all goes to plan, I'll be doing a new colouring technique for me. At the moment, it's not going to plan, but I'm sure I'll get there. Yappy's got to go. Night, Yappy.
Night, Yappy. Thanks for popping in.
He's also saying it's a nice looking bull so far, Scott.
Thank you. When we give it away, it will be worldwide. We'll ship wherever the winner is. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Microcrystalline, bit of paper. Hampshire Shin can spanner. So this is just a bit of chestnut microcrystalline wax.
Graham Hudspeth has got to go as well. Night, Graham. Thanks for coming in.
Once I've turned the inside, I'll also get the airbrush and blow all the grit and bit out of the inclusions. It's got some lovely colouring in this piece.
Yeah. The wax and everything's really made it pop.
Some places it looks a bit Iroquois, like tiki as well. Other places it looks like proper rosewood. It's
well, there's that many different colours in rosewood, depending on where it comes from.
Yeah.
Are you gritting it or waxing it?
So I've already gritted it. That's wax.
Mark is asking, what wood you using, Scott?
So this is Papua New Guinea rosewood. You can't buy it. It's on the site. He's registered now. But I was fortunate enough to be given a large amount.
Peter Corcoran is saying he got a lovely parcel from Emma today. Hopefully that included some tea bags.
Every time I get a parcel from Emma with tea bags, I never see them. Mini-me has them.
Keith has put in the chat, it's called Merbau, and in brackets he's put Quilla.
No, Keith, read the email. Read the email. There's 2 types of wood we got. Where have I put the chuck key?
Right, Douglas is asking me a question. Would used railway sleepers be okay for raising the UG? What's a UG? For raising the UG and making it a bit more stable, Douglas, you're going to have to clarify that again. I'm sorry, I don't know what a UG is.
I've had a beep.
Oh yes, it would. Yeah, old railway sleepers. They tend to be made out of very hard wood. If you're lucky enough, you might get hold of some made out of jarrah. But yes, to place underneath a union graduate to raise them up, because they usually do need to be raised up for adults, because a lot of union graduates were made for schools, so they are a shorter centre height. Yes, they'll be fine.
Mr. Page is in the house.
Is he? I missed that.
Jamie, what are you doing over there? Put that
What
down.
I missed?
Put that down.
What do you miss? You haven't missed anything, Jamie. There's nobody
No
here.
one's here.
There's nobody watching Scott whatsoever.
Has he fallen over yet?
Yes, twice.
I've just been repairing a wind chime.
You've been a what?
A wind chime. A wooden wind
Is it,
horn.
I mean, so I just got a question. Where does this hang? Does it hang from your belt or kind of like up in a wall somewhere?
The problem is it doesn't hang. That's why I'm repairing it.
Ah,
Alright.
It usually hangs from the back of his belt.
Yeah.
That's hence
That's
the
what I was
wind
thinking.
chime.
Yeah.
Shut the workshop door now. Finish sanding.
Excuse me a moment. I'm just kind of have to just adjust my wind chime so I can. Oh, there we go. Oh, better up then. Hey.
Adjust the wind chime so I can make a love puff.
Huey Lionheart isn't here, and he didn't ask Wayne who's been teabagging.
In actual fact, after last week's show, Huey's the wind chime.
Yes. Chuff the magic. Yeah. Oh, of course.
Chime.
Paul Kavanagh, who isn't here, isn't having a colonoscopy. And he's asked, please, can
He's
you not
having a
have the ball
colonoscopy.
go right? His prep is flowing right now.
Yeah, he's probably had some. I've forgotten the name of it now.
Oh,
Doesn't
that.
matter. We've all had one. Well, some of us have.
Yeah, I've not had a colonoscopy.
Just as well we didn't have. It's just as well Huey isn't here because he might turn up as a whoopee cushion.
I've got a sharp bottle gouge. I'll tell you what. Let's try the big boy.
Big boy.
That's what you call a bowl gouge.
No, it's not.
Yep, pickle axe. That's the one I was thinking of. Die. There is another one that begins with an M, and I can't remember the name of it.
Bung Dunnery. Dun-be-dun. Anyway, clean prep, he reckons it is. Di, who isn't here, has been down that alley too often for comfort. Oh, steady on, Di. That's possibly too much information.
Yeah, move the call. Yeah. Lionel's not here either, and he's not saying hello to everybody.
Hello.
I see. Dave's Creative Metalworks is one call. Lionel isn't here.
Yeah, Phil's saying that's a beastie of a bull couch. Scary looking wings, just aching for a catch. It's a 3/4 inch bull gouge, that one is, Phil.
It's a little bowl gouge.
And Douglas is saying, yeah.
There you go.
I think he's referring to the colonoscopy prep. An Indian will do it.
An Indian.
Yeah, there you go. Nice bit of deli belly.
Just sharpen your gouge. What?
I have. This is the. I've got 5 bowl gouges.
And Ben is asking Phil, do you get free lessons from Martin? As one of the perks of the job.
I'm going to just run this on the Pro Edge. Get out of the way, Broom. Right, let's see if that works any better.
I'll be back in a couple of minutes, guys.
Alright, mate. Some of this header up.
Phil Butler didn't say there's an oxymoron like Sun journalist or royal family or military intelligence. He's lovely. I've had training from Les and I paid.
Yeah, I'd quite like to do some turning with Les. That bark again.
Remember, folks, if you like what Scott's doing, hit that like button. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and give that notification bell a bit of a ring. I don't know what it was like earlier on, Scott. Were you up to 524 subscribers?
I was 522 before we started. So thank you to the 2 that have.
What wood is that, Scott?
Papua New Guinea rosewood.
Oh. Papa don't preach.
Sorry, mate.
I said Papa don't preach.
just seems a shame to be hollowing it all out. A bit of wood like this, where you want a coring system in it. If I do that, does that bleach it out too much?
I think that's not bad, but it's definitely you can see the colour tone change. It drops the background because the LED is down to blue.
Bill's off again.
What's he putting now?
It's my chapati.
Well, there's been a...
Hey, Korean. Di's putting Poppadom Preach.
Poppadom Preach. There was a guy at work that caught that Indian variant. Ended up in a coma.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for him though.
Load.
There's loads of jokes going around.
Yeah, and then he lost his nan.
He's not on.
You're at 24 minutes past 8. So.
24. Ooh.
Plenty of time.
Doing on thickness. I think I'm alright, but I just want to check. Loads. Another inclusion there.
Does that go through to the outside, Scott?
No. Not that I can see at the moment, anyway.
The guy's asking Jamie a question there. Was it the blue stain you covered yourself in?
Yes, mate. The
No,
blue.
he's just trying to be a smurf.
I want to be like you, Scott.
Where are you all coming from?
Phil's just said, "Can I thank the Worms for adding to the entertainment? Wayne even sounds slightly sober. Cheers,
Good
Phil.
Lord. Good Lord.
You know me so well."
Only slightly. That must not have started.
Snuff that. Snuff that. How much snuff did you snuff all over yourself, Jamie?
Sorry, mate.
How much smurf did you smurf all over yourself?
Not enough to look like a smurf.
Well, he's right. He's right arm definitely looks smurfed.
I look more bedazzled than a smurf.
It's too tight to pay for a tattoo, that's what it is.
You must be joking.
I'm going to tickle that bowl gouge again. I don't think that massive bit of bark's helping. Does anyone know if you can buy the Sorby Deluxe holder separate, or does it only come as part
Yes,
of the
you
kit?
can. No, you can buy it
Yeah.
separate.
I much prefer the bar on that to what I've got.
So Phil's put in, a recently divorced friend of mine is hopeful of finding romance again. Large beer belly, bald, patchy moustache. I don't like our chances.
Just caught that at the last minute and realised what you did there.
Dear Mr. Butler, I'd like to strongly object the contents of that last joke. I myself have a large beer belly and going about Poland, although I don't have a patch of myself. Yours sincerely, Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart.
Phil's another one of these video senders.
Is he? Right.
Yeah, I quite often get messages from Phil with videos and things. He's terrible. He is.
He don't send me them.
Did he send video? Does he send you videos of you singing though?
I don't
No.
sing.
No, I didn't think I did
Phil,
either.
Phil needs to up his game then, I feel. Phil.
Yeah, the French Turner's telling us he has to vote online tomorrow for the regular consular advisors representing the French abroad.
All right.
Where's that scraper?
Have you put a negative rake on that yet, Scott, or not?
Sorry?
Your scraper, have you put a negative rake on there yet, or not?
Not quite, mate. Close your eyes, Keith. Here comes Dale's
So Phil
Buster.
said he saw a set of bikers and their girlfriends at the Ace Cafe. dressed up suitably. Some of them were pretty much all bosom, bum, and long blonde hair, and some of the girls look quite nice as well. And Gerard has replied the deal. Very good deal. From now on, I'll post all in French and you can translate.
And Lionel saying seriously, translate.
I've got a friend that speaks French. The name's Google.
We've got a friend that speaks French. Oh, le Barry.
Bernie, Scott.
I'm burning this and inside voice nearly come out then.
Oh, you only use flames in my workshop then, dear?
Yeah.
Scott, if you get rid of that centre part, you'll be able to move the tool rest in a bit further.
Yeah.
Use your ball gouge.
Scott does not have a centre parting. Oh, sorry, centre part.
Got to have hair to have a centre parting, mate. I wonder if I swap to the smaller tool rest whether I can get that in easier. Am I doing on time? Ooh.
I bet to go, mate.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Lionel says he laughs at Google Translate sometimes. He says what in Latin? Someone's Darth Vadering.
That wouldn't be me.
Oh, Wayne, Bigfoot, and Val are not here.
Hello, Wayne. Hello, Wayne. Hello,
Hi, Wayne.
Larry.
Hi, Val.
Lionel's asking, what's the wood species?
Papua New Guinea rosewood. Oh. It's another problem with big belly. Turn the speed of the lathe up if you're not careful.
Mark Strong says it's time to go to work. And it's time to go and do some work. Ladies, everyone.
See you, Mark.
See you later, Mark. Cheers for coming in.
See you later.
Chipper. And loads of vibration on my bowl gouge. I don't like. How are we doing on time, peeps?
You're at 20 to 9.
Okay. Can someone put in the link for Rich's Invade, please?
Yeah.
Don't
Can I
forget
just
Rich's.
say, Scott, seeing as how this is going to be a giveaway, don't rush it.
Yeah, I'm not going
There's
to,
no
mate.
need to finish this on your live.
No, I'm not going to. No. We'll go up until. I'll give it another couple of minutes on here, and then I'll take my time, finish it.
You could always finish on the 29th of May, which happens to be the Virtual Craft Festival.
You did that earlier.
I know.
Do it again if you like.
All right. The Virtual Craft Festival, like I just said, it will be happening on the 29th of May. So if you would like to set that date into your calendars, it's a day of makers. Well, 16 hours of makers, I should say. Starting off over on my channel at 10 AM in the UK. And then it gets passed over to Nick the Flaming Turner, then back over to Scott the Bluelight Tumbler. And then Dale from Maple Tree Studios, then Al's Action. And then Heidi from Whitehall Pottery, over to Stuart Farini. And then Pam from Highland Boxes, then Kez from Spirit and Bear will be taking over, then passing it over to Cameron Porter from Carrie's Garage. Then over to Wayne the Woodturner, the Wood Jedi.
That's me, that is.
That's you, that is.
That's
Who
you,
will then
mate.
be passing it over to the Glass Blowers, going by the channel of Art of Fire. We'll hand it over to the Troublesome Threesome, Franco, Andy, and Chris. Who will then pass it over to Daryl from Dreadnought Woodshop. Who will then pass it over to Jake Thompson. Who will then pass it over, and the show will come to a conclusion, if that's the word I'm looking for, with Mr. Carl Jacobson. So yeah, a day of lots of different crafts.
So
And
I
can
don't
I
want to
just
mess.
say, can I just say, on the Makers International podcast this coming Sunday, we will have said Andy Berkey and Franco. Chris is already on there, but we'll have Andy Berkey and Franco on there talking about the virtual crafty. So there's going to be a bunch of nonsense talked about.
Okay.
Right, Phil
I
is
don't wanna
asking
mess that
why is
piece
there no why is there no $sign at the bottom of the chat? Phil, that is because at the moment Scott has just gone over 500 subs. He's not monetized. If you want to support his channel, there is a link pinned to the top of the chat where you can go and buy him a coffee. And it's always better to go and buy people a coffee rather than doing a super chat, because YouTube take around about 40% from super chats, whereas buy me a coffee, it's nowhere near 40% that people take, so that gets taken off. So you're much better off buying people a coffee rather than super chats. Oh my life! I'm on camera. Hello.
I'm gonna call it a
Hi,
night there
Mum.
with that one, guys.
Hi,
Um,
Mum.
I don't want to mess it up. As I said, that's going to be a giveaway piece.
Lift and separate, Jamie.
Not going to get another bit of wood like that again. So I'm going to call it a night there. Once it's done, obviously I'll put some pictures up. I may go live on Instagram when I finish turning it, but I'm at work for the next few days, so it will sit there as it is. Thank you guys for coming in and worming for me.
No worries, mate.
Thank you for everyone that's come in and watched. And I'm back, not next week. Next Thursday, you've got Andy H. is for turning. And then I'll be back the following week. So, ta-da
I
for
don't know
now.
who you're talking to, Scott. There's nobody in.
Nobody there, man.
Oh, I know. I might as well just
There's
hit the
nobody
button,
there.
don't I?
There's just us.
There's not. I'm not here.
You've got to click go live.
All right.
I
I'm gonna hit the
recorded
end
this
broadcast,
yesterday.
Cheers, everyone, for coming in.
Yeah.
And we'll get that bowl finished.